The Meat Hunters are proudly sponsored by CMS Calls. Hey y'all, how you doing? I hope you enjoyed watching my adventures in PA. This will be the fifth and final video from the series. I want to use it to talk about the buck that you just saw a hit in episode 4. And I also want to talk about the rest of the trip and also show some highlights because I did actually see a lot of deer and I got a lot of it on film. So stick around to see some of that action. Alright, let's start with the buck then. Well, I can tell you we never actually found him, sadly. There's still a chance he gets found. Nick is an avid shed hunter and he'll be going back there. Well, shortly probably now actually to start having a look for sheds and stuff like that. However, I think he might be alive and kicking. We went back 3 times in total to have a look for him. Yeah, and we searched like a whole lot of the area there. There's it was like a little pocket in between 2 housing what do you call them, establishments, 2 kind of ghetto blocks of ghetto housing, or whatever. I don't even know what the term is. Probably using the wrong terminology, but you can hear in the clip too the train lines and stuff like that. So as soon as the deer like bust out of the bush, it's really super hard to track them going across mowed lawns or pavement and stuff like that. They just kind of vanish. So as much as it pains me to say this too, is I think now that the shot was too high. But you know, and some of you guys that especially have done a lot of shooting or archery might know though, like it felt so good. That is the thing that really throws me off. Is like, I mean, you saw my excitement in the video. Like, it felt really good, and I was like, man, I just absolutely smoked that deer. The other thing is, I could see where the fletchings were out of the, hanging out of the deer, and that looked like in a good spot too. But however, like, maybe the arrow was hanging out a little bit, and then the fletchings were just hanging down slightly, and that's why it looked like it was in a better spot. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It actually keeps me up at night a lot. I'm fidgeting with this actually, just only way to deal with it. But yeah, it keeps me up a lot, man. Like, it's 2nd of February now. I shot that 3 months ago or something, and like, yeah, I'm still not okay about it. So yeah, Nick is an amazing tracker anyway, and in the clip that you could see, we came back 3 hours later. So I headed up the hill and he went back around to where he had picked up the tracks previously, and he actually managed to track it to its bed, though he didn't know the deer was there, and the deer popped up and ran off. He said that it ran off like super fast and never stopped to look back. So he said like there was no signs that it was hurt, which again maybe means the shot wasn't that good, right? There was blood in the bedding, but it wasn't that much. So yeah, it's just kind of what it was. But that's the last time we saw it. And then the 3rd time we came back for it, we tried to drive the place out again. It was a Sunday, so we weren't hunting. And I just posted up in the same spot again, and Nick tried to push the deer through. Nothing at all came through from both sides. Actually, we did 2 drives there, so don't know where it is or what happened to it, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to write it off and move on, really. It's my first ever bow hunting season, and I'm kind of a bit, I'm gonna say, pissed off at myself that I messed up two animals this season. Probably not going to be my last. I mean, being realistically, obviously I hope it is, but I just got to move on and yeah, I don't know. Keep striving to be better, I guess. In the video too, you saw it was really super foggy. So I had been range finding all my lanes in the whole time perfectly fine, but the rangefinder wasn't working in that fog because it was too thick. So I had to guess that range as well, actually, and I guessed at 30 meters when I took the shot. But clearly, if it was a bit high, it was probably 25 meters, something like that. Maybe even closer to 20. So, that's something else that I could have changed. But again, if you can't range something in, apart from practice, there's not much I could have done about that. At least my shot was straight and true, unlike the shots in Finland on that deer. So, I am learning, but like, this is super hard me talking about this because I say my own worst enemy, and it is eating me up inside. I guess what happened. But and just mainly for peace of mind too, I've switched now to fixed blade broadheads, and that is purely, just a mental thing, right? I don't think those heads failed me. It's a possibility, but I really don't think so. So mentally, I've changed everything. I changed my arrows. I'm going to FMJs, and some fixed blade broadheads as well. Just, then I don't have to worry about deployment, and it's not going to be on my mind anymore. You know what I mean? So, but that's, like I say, it's no slight towards the G5 heads. Like, they absolutely wrecked that deer in Finland. So, it's just like purely just a mental way to move on a little bit for me, is try and use some different hardware. So, and I really wish I got that buck on film better. He was beautiful. He was quite tall actually. It was 10 points, I think. I can't quite remember actually. He came through quite quick. But he had like barbed wire wrapped around his left hand side, which is so cool. Well, I think it was wire anyway. I don't know if it was barbed wire, but yeah, it was wrapped around there, and it was just screaming character. It was so cool. So pretty gutted about that. I couldn't show you him properly either. But maybe he turns up. I don't know. But I had some really good successes though. Still, I managed to get my first ever turkey, as you've seen, first ever squirrel, and I also managed to drop an absolute horse of a doe. She's huge, and so that came about on the very last day of driving. On the very last drive, like basically the light had faded. Like we by the time we got down to we had torches out and stuff. It was great. I sent a punched her with Nick's crossbow, so he let me use his crossbow because I'd been geeking out about his crossbow. It was like a Raven, something super duper amazing, high velocity, all the tricks and wazoos, and he let me have a go with his crossbow. And this doe came in, 15 yards and 15 feet, I should say, sorry, and just absolutely poleaxed her. No, 15 yards, 15 meters-ish, roughly there. Cena punched her, chopped the top of her heart off, she just like ran down the bank and crashed into a pile of, just piled up on the ground basically. So that was pretty cool, and she was huge, she was massive. The trophy shots that maybe you're seeing, I did it on purpose just to make, I always laugh at people that sit way behind animals and stuff like that, so I think that might be something I do a little bit, is just to have some fun, as take trophy shots with all my animals, me sitting back miles to make them look huge. But she was actually really big too, so that was kind of, maybe I'm doing the animal injustice by making a bit of a joke too, but yeah, she was huge, absolute horse of a doe. But I didn't get it on film, because it was, like I say, it was the last drive of the day. I didn't have my the tools to take my bow mount off to put on the crossbow, and I didn't, I was just pretty much done at that point. I'd written the drives off as well, so but it was nice. Very last drive of the day, managed to get a doe. That was a good feeling. And I say, man, if anybody wants to have a go at the crossbow, they should. They're pretty impressive, very, very impressive. So yeah, it's good. And yeah, the rest of the trip was absolutely amazing. I want to thank Nick and Kerry as well. You guys were, no idea what that means to me. I didn't even know these guys. I met them randomly. Well, met Nick randomly on Bow Hunters of America page on Facebook, and I helped him out with some stuff in New Zealand. And I said, it's a shame I'm not over there still, because we could do a hunt swap. And he said, "Oh man, let's still do it. You can come on over. Like, yeah, I'll get you onto some deer." And I was like, "Don't tease me, man. Like, you know, I'll come over if you say that." And he's like, "Yeah, come on over." And I was like, "Okay, let's do it." So like 10 months later, I'm at this random guy's house basically, and we're going deer hunting, and he like just gives me his nice car and everything, got my own house and things. It was crazy. And it was funny as Yenny had been joking, "Oh, you don't know this guy is going to lock you up in the basement, you know?" And then Kerry was the same. And she was like to Nick, "You don't know this guy, he might murder us all." It's pretty funny. So I just want to, finish this video off too and saying now, so the video camera that I'm recording now, I've bought a new camera. And I will be probably about this stage in New Zealand hunting, all going to plan. So I'm going to go after some goats, a trophy ram, actually, Arapara ram, and some deer as well. So yeah, hopefully the footage will be even better because I've got my own personal camera now. It's got amazing zoom on it and stuff like that. Hopefully the quality is a lot better. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. Also, at this time, I'm probably allowed to announce that we at Meat Hunters now are all officially pro staff for Obsession Bows. So it has been absolutely mind-blowing. Yeah, I can't even believe how much sponsorship we've got. And over 3 months, we've got 4 awesome sponsors. So we now have, we started off with CMS calls, which Charlie's awesome. He gives us the calls. And actually there will be giveaways coming out on Instagram soon. So if you want to get a predator caller, keep an eye on our channels. We're putting out some competitions for that later. And then our second sponsor to come in was Arrow Socks. So they have done us the beautiful custom wraps for our arrows. Then we have UltraView, which is they are sponsoring us some of our scopes and stuff like that too. Absolutely beautiful. Hopefully I'm using one of those in New Zealand at the moment as well. They are hot off the press, so they're going to actually send it to New Zealand for me to pick up there. And then now a pro staff for Obsession Bows, and so we're part of that, and Hunter's friend in Europe as well. So please guys, go and check the links out on the bottom. Go and show them heaps of support, because it really helps us all out here as well. And I never in my wildest dreams would have thought I'd be pro staff for any bow company ever at all. So, and that's all really because of the support you guys have given us too. All the subs and stuff like that, the subscriptions, it's just amazing. So yeah, thank you very much everybody. Yeah, highly appreciated.